All right. So, now I do find on the bottom of the deck, we see the Hermit card. The Hermit card has to do with wisdom, right? Wisdom. And the Hermit spends a lot of time alone in the sense he wants to educate himself or herself. And he's really lighting his way with his own knowledge in a sense. But he's definitely spent time cracking open the books and learning about things. In this day and age, I guess I should say, Googling it. But this is someone who is trying to learn things, but also trying to understand his or herself better. So with that in mind, we'll kind of keep going. All right. So the first card in the spread is the Two of Swords in the reverse. Now, in the upright position, this indicates some kind of a choice or a decision that the person's making. It is a clear night. The water's pretty calm. This air indicates some sort of an intellectual decision. So it may not be your most emotionally painful situation, but it is something that you've been trying to make a decision about. Well, here we see that you're coming into the place of making that decision, right? So you had some kind of struggle about it, and you did make a decision, or are about to make a decision in your questioning your choice. That could be business related. That could be romantic relationship related. Then the card that is in effect that is coming into play is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight could be the Taurus, the Virgo, the Capricorn person. It is a slow-moving energy. You'll notice that the horse is standing still. But that person is making some sort of an offering of kind of a financial offering. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be coin per se, but it could be, or money. It could also be, say you're involved or interested in somebody, an earth sign or some other person. And this could be where you guys buy a house together or move in together or have that kind of... essentially you take your relationship to the material level, or you begin a new job, or you have some sort of a success at work. Maybe you're putting a lot of time and effort, hours into your job, and you're starting to see some headway coming in. So taken together, it looks like you've made some kind of a choice, and as a result of that, even though it's slow to come in, you should be having some material prosperity, some financial prosperity coming in as a result of your choice making. Or that you have this person coming in, you've made a decision, and now maybe you're moving in together, or something like that, or taking this person to the next level, or whatever that is. Now, crowning you is the King of Pentacles. This is something that you're thinking about, something that's on your mind, something that may come to pass, but it's not really set in stone. The King of Pentacles is the quintessential Taurus. Look at the bowl in the background. And here's another bowl right here. This is an individual who is an earth sign, and I'm feeling like this is yourself. I really see that you made this choice, and that this is the energy where you are. You're the knight who's taking your education and applying it. And again, with this hermit, we have the idea of an education. Even a self-directed study is still an education. But in this situation, you're applying what you've learned, but you kind of have your eye on a larger prize, that you're hoping that whatever this endeavor you're doing, that this is going to become successful for you. Maybe you're even opening up your own private business, and you're beginning to manifest that energy. You're taking it to the next level where you could actually get your product out on the market. You can actually apply your services and start receiving some money for that. There may be a delay or a slow-moving energy as the money's coming in, but that's not because your product isn't good. It's just, things take time to develop as you're trying to get a business off the ground. But this is really what you're aiming for, would be that business that you love, that prosperity. If it's that this is some kind of a job offer, you're starting a job offer, it could be that you're hoping that you will be in a benevolent situation where you have a good boss. Beneath you, we see kind of a... this is sort of reminiscing about the past, childhood memories. I've heard this card referred to as a soulmate card. Somebody from your past coming in. It could be a past life, or it could be somebody literally from your past. But you'll notice that there's flowers in each of the cups. There's a lot of greenery. There's fecundity. There's the fruition, blossoming. And she's looking up at him. He's looking down at her, or maybe they're both girls or boys. It doesn't matter. It's the energy. The point is, This is somebody who's feeling really, really positive. These are two people who are very, very comfortable with each other. Their inner children can play together. This is really super energy. So if this is the case that you've got somebody, maybe they're slow moving, you've got some kind of a person that's coming in, could be somebody from your past, the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn coming in from the past, somebody that you knew in a younger state of your life, maybe in childhood, not necessarily so, but definitely somebody that you have romantic feelings or attachment or interest in. Now, behind you, and this kind of ties in with this, with these other energies here as pertains to business. You've made some kind of a choice here. But with your Knight of Pentacles, this 3 here is about the 3 of them working together in a craft or a trade, right? This is about successful cooperation in a business endeavor. So again, this may be that the new job that's come in is a result of your having mastered some skill, learned some craft, done some networking, some marketing, some research studies, and you're able to bring this information from your past forward into your future, which could be why you're thinking, the natural progression of that would be, from a place of learning to a place of movement, beginning to build up your own business based on the skill set that you've developed at a previous time, and be able to become that master manager, that business owner, that software developer, whatever your thing. In the future, we see the 4 of Cups in reverse. Now, in the upright, this is somebody who's really tight with their money. They're hanging on to their coin very tightly. And to be fair, sometimes people are frugal. They want to live within their budget, and they have a very, very humble budget, and that's a smart thing to do. But in this energy, you're coming out of that. You're able to be more generous with your money, possibly because of what's coming in as a result of your business, right? So there is kind of a letting go of some of that. Just be very careful that you're always mindful of your energy. Now, the card representing you is the Emperor, and the only person who's better at managing business and their personal affairs is the Emperor. This is an Aries, so this may be somebody very close to you, but this card does in fact represent you in this deck. So you're hoping to be the King of Pentacles, but in fact you're the Emperor. Whatever business or enterprise you are beginning or taking off with, it will take off, and you will have that very, very positive energy, right? Now, since there's so many coins in this reading, I do think it's predominantly a business thing. But let's not forget that our family life, our home, our romantic partnership, because we tend to live with the person that we're involved with, that also is a financial arrangement, and it always has been. Marriage even has always been a financial arrangement, at least in part. But your environment card is the Sun, and this is about manifestation. Right? This Emperor has planted seeds, and this Sun is helping them to grow. In fact, without the Sun and the environment, they really wouldn't grow. So you are doing what it takes. This is about having great personality, good fun, enjoyment, a youthful spirit, joie de vivre, if you will. Right? Now, this may tie back into the fact that whoever this person is that's come into your life, you may be falling in love. This may be the relationship for you. And as the Emperor, you're the person who is manifesting, you're creating, you have the big home. Not just a kingdom or king of my castle, but you also are the, in fact, Emperor. That indicates an empire. That's an even bigger range. So it could be that your home and business life will really, really take off. Your physical manifestations are really super positive for you. So whatever this is that you've been working towards, this looks awesome. You're really getting a green light on that this month. This could also indicate possibly the time of Leo, because that we will be coming into towards the end of the month, maybe around the 23rd, more or less, of July. The Sun is the Leo symbol. So in that period, that could be when this person's coming in, or when this new business opportunity starts to take off. So look for that to happen somewhere, possibly the end of this month, moving into the Leo period, which will end approximately 22nd or 23rd of August, when Virgo starts to roll in. Hopes and fears. This card has been likened to the bachelor or bachelorette card, the old maid card. And the reason being, the person's got the arms folded across his or her chest, kind of fussy face, not satisfied with whatever's being offered, more interested in what is not being offered. Be careful that this is not your attitude. You may hope for a lot of offers, hope for some kind of an offer coming in, but are you really satisfied? Is that really the offer that you want? We have to be very careful sometimes to check our ego too and say, is it that I really want to be with that person, or is it that I want to be wanted by that person? Because those are completely different questions, right? And those are different in manifestation. So just be very, very careful with that. But maybe fearing a lack of gratitude, fearing a lack of appreciation, fearing being dissatisfied with some kind of an offer that comes in. Say it is a person that you meet, somebody from your past. Maybe you're afraid that that's going to be the case, right? Maybe you've got some kind of a Leo that's coming in and you're afraid that you're going to be dissatisfied with it and you don't want to take yourself off the market. Or maybe that's got something to do with this choice over here as well. If there was a choice between two people, you're afraid, if I hone in, if I go back to this Leo or whoever this is, this person from my past, that again, these are water signs right here with the Six of Cups, could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If I choose this person from my past, am I going to wind up being dissatisfied because it didn't work out before? Or maybe it never started before, right? Maybe the timing wasn't right, or one or both of you were in a relationship with someone else at the time. But, this could be that sort of a fear. I feel like if you allow yourself just to be in the moment with this person, you can always go as slowly as you feel comfortable doing. You don't have to hurry into anything because it's your life. Move as slowly or as quickly as you want to do. This seems to be, if this is also tying back into a relationship and establishing a material basis for relationships, such as a home, a relationship that moves to the next level over time, it will be a slower energy. So take the time to smell the flowers, so to speak, right? Take your time in smelling those flowers, getting to know that person again, even if you've met them before. Maybe you haven't. Maybe it is more of a past life relationship. But again, it could be the soulmate relationship in here as well. Be careful not to fear that, right? Just go as slowly as you feel comfortable. You're allowed to say no. And that you want to slow down. Final outcome card, the Magician card, right? The Magician card in reverse. This was actually one of the jumper cards I was telling you about. It came out sideways. I feel like it's supposed to be in the upright, that given that you're this Emperor person, you have the ability to manifest. You understand the four elements. You understand the water, right? The emotions and the soul behind something. You understand the passion that is necessary to really give the what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of give the whoosh or the oomph to our. We need the desire to be able to manifest something materially. We can't just grind away at something in a completely material basis. We need to have the joy in that. We need our love life, right? We need our intellect, our thoughts as represented by the sword and the suit of air. We need to have the passion for something. That really gives our life meaning, and it also gives us the ability to make it happen and to make it manifest. If the Magician is in the reverse for you, it could be that there's some sort of a sense of manipulation in a bad way, or an inability to manage or manifest things. Or this could be, the Magician card can sometimes represent a Gemini, but really any of these different suits. This could be anybody, honestly. But that would be, again, I really do feel like it was in the upright, even though I had it upside down before, because how it fell out was seriously sideways. So I just kind of peeled it open and took a stab at it. But now that I'm reading this, I think it's the opposite. I really do think this is in the upright. But with that, let's take a look at, let's read one Healing with the Angels Oracle card and see if we can't get some help from the angels as far as what, if any, guidance, maybe there's something that you can do to help you clarify, some recommendation that the angels may have for you. Focus. All right, focus. And again, so far that makes me think of the Magician card, right? Because you really do have to focus on your energy and where you're going to, how you're going to channel that energy once you've experienced that focus. Think about what you want, not what you don't. Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences. Sometimes it seems that our thoughts choose us, but this is never the case. We always choose our thoughts every moment. Our thoughts always have an effect, but there are no neutral thoughts. 1/2 second before you hold a thought, you decide to hold it. So with practice, you can learn to monitor and alter your thoughts. This is the equivalent of putting your hands on the steering wheel of your life. You may believe that your concentration abilities are impaired, yet the infallible mind of God is within your own mind. You can experience remarkable feats of concentration by affirming, I am now able to focus my mind at will. I hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as my gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love. So, with this Magician, that's exactly what that's saying. Whether it's in the reverse or the upright, focus on what it is that you want and not what you don't want. And you will manifest it. You are on your way, Taurus. You are on your way. This is a really good reading for you, I think. Really good reading. And you've deserved it. You know, you've had some tough times in the past. You sure have. And this is your time, it seems, to really kind of be able to get a move on and really start to see the fruits of your labor coming in. And that's really what this is about. You're doing a lot of hard work, but it will, in fact, pay off in the end. So again, focus on what it is that you want and just celebrate those little moments of joy as other people come in to share those moments of joy with you.